It feels like we've been hearing about drone and autonomous deliveries for many years, but despite that, they haven't really taken off. But that doesn't mean that it's not coming, and the barriers are reducing every day. So there are two main approaches globally: aerial drones, the flying kind, and number two is the autonomous ground-based vehicles. So essentially self-driving cars or delivery pods. Both are being trialled in the US, and billions have been spent trying to crack the formula. But even in the most advanced cities, we're still in the experimental phase. There's no large-scale, entire citywide deployment just yet. One of the more promising ground-based operators is Nuro, a US-based company running trials in San Francisco and Houston. So their newest R3 vehicle is smaller than a Mini Cooper, has no seats, steering wheel or pedals, and folds open like a gull wing pod. And as it's road-based, it can carry heavier payloads, so enough for, say, several grocery orders in one trip. Therefore, this is much more scalable than aerial drones, which typically top out at around 2 to 3 kilos of carry weight. So meanwhile, Tesla is beginning to roll out their full self-driving trials in Austin, with Model Ys potentially acting as robo-taxis and autonomous delivery vehicles. Trials are also underway in Melbourne to get full self-driving approval for the Australian market. Then there's Wing, the drone delivery arm of Alphabet, which is Google's parent company. So they use aerial drones to winch down parcels from height, keeping the noisy propellers up high away from houses. Wing already has trials happening in Melbourne and in Logan on the East Coast, and we can expect to see it roll out across Australia more into the future. It's clever, but there are hurdles with all drones: safety, bird strikes, noise complaints, privacy issues, and most pressingly, regulators' approval. So as you can imagine, the public safety and public perception is key for aerial drones. So the day that someone's standing in their backyard and gets hit by a tin of tomatoes falling out of the sky, we'll be calling aerial deliveries into question seriously. So perhaps then they may end up flying over the existing road network only, who knows? Aerial drones are limited by weight and airspace. So ground-based vehicles, while slower, can carry more, drive on existing roads, and plug into our existing logistics networks more easily. So for suburbs, that means we're likely to see autonomous vehicles delivering your grocery order long before aerial drones drop a burrito in your backyard. In the long term, though, I think it will be a mix of both. What are the commercial real estate impacts? So in the next 3 to 5 years, you may start to see designated drone or autonomous pickup zones, particularly at QSR restaurants such as Macca's and KFC. So much like today's Uber Eats pickup spots, tomorrow's will need more tech, better access, and when the aerial version is approved, longer term airspace clearance. I think you'll also see less demand for parking potentially, as more customers may be receiving deliveries and therefore need to park less, especially in higher density centres. So then there's the case to reallocate those car bays for pickup lockers, drive-through drone bays, or even more tenancies. And thirdly, I think you may see increased pressure on warehouse logistics. So if drone or pod-based fulfilment scales, inner metro micro-fulfillment centres may pop up, so they might require new formats or locations spread throughout residential Perth. In Perth itself, I don't expect drones carrying burritos zipping over houses just yet. Regulatory frameworks and physical infrastructure is nowhere near ready. That said, full self-driving vehicles could land a lot sooner. So if Tesla or another player cracks it, you could see pods running delivery loops from shopping centres to homes in the coming few years.